The sun blazed in a cloudless sky, warming the sand beneath Arthur Reed's feet as he finished his sandcastle. The gentle sound of waves rolling onto the shore mixed with the laughter of children, creating a symphony of summer. Arthur's hands were covered in wet sand, and he carefully patted the last turret into place, admiring his creation. The castle stood tall and proud, decorated with tiny shells and smooth pebbles he'd collected earlier that morning. Around him, the beach was alive with activity. Families setting up umbrellas, children running with kites, and the distant call of seagulls overhead.
My shells are much prettier than your lumpy sand. Look at this one. It's pink and shiny. I bet your castle would look better if you used some of these for decoration. Maybe I'll let you borrow one if you ask nicely.
DW grinned mischievously, holding up her favorite shell to the sunlight. She loved collecting treasures from the shore, and today she was determined to find the most unique shell of all. She skipped along the water's edge, her eyes scanning the sand for hidden gems, occasionally stopping to show Arthur her latest find.
Goal! Did you see that shot? I kicked it all the way past the driftwood.
Francine's energy was contagious. She dashed across the sand, her feet barely touching the ground, chasing after the bright red soccer ball. Every time she scored, she threw her arms up in triumph, her laughter echoing across the beach. The other kids cheered her on, and even a few parents clapped from their beach chairs. Francine kicked a red soccer ball high over the waves, sending it spinning through the salty air. The ball landed with a soft thud near the water's edge, and she raced after it, her ponytail flying behind her. Meanwhile, Pal dug for treasure and barked at the surf. His little paws sent sand flying as he searched for buried sticks and seaweed, occasionally stopping to bark at a retreating wave as if challenging the ocean itself. The children giggled at his antics, and DW cheered him on, convinced he'd find pirate gold any minute.
According to my calculations, the optimal time for sandcastle integrity is right now, before the tide comes in. If we reinforce the base with wet sand, it should withstand at least 2 more hours of play. I've also charted the sun's position to make sure we're building in the best spot.
Brain was always prepared, even at the beach. He carried a small notebook everywhere, jotting down observations about the tides, the wind, and the best techniques for sandcastle construction. He took his role as the group's scientist seriously, and the others often relied on his advice to keep their creations standing tall. Brain sat under an umbrella, scribbling notes and watching the waves. He paused now and then to adjust his glasses and look up at the horizon, fascinated by the patterns the clouds made as they drifted lazily by. Arthur's dad relaxed nearby, smiling at the kids' laughter. He leaned back in his chair, sunglasses on, enjoying the warmth of the sun and the cool breeze from the ocean. Every so often he'd call out encouragement or offer a snack, happy to see everyone having such a wonderful time. Arthur planted a leaf and twig flag atop his castle, stepping back to admire his handiwork. The flag fluttered in the breeze, a symbol of his hard work and imagination. He felt proud, knowing he'd built something special with his friends and family all around him. DW counted shells with Pal, lining them up in neat rows and comparing their colors and shapes. She giggled every time Pal tried to help by nudging a shell with his nose or wagging his tail so hard that the shells scattered. And Francine practiced her victory dance, spinning and leaping across the sand. She made up new moves with every goal, determined to perfect her routine before the day was over. It was a perfect, peaceful day, one filled with laughter, sunshine, and the simple joys of summer. The children felt as if nothing could go wrong, their worries washed away by the tide. But just as they settled into their games, something extraordinary was about to happen, promising to turn their perfect day into an unforgettable adventure. Suddenly, a shadow loomed over Arthur's castle.
Mateys.
Binky appeared, dressed as a pirate, clutching a green glass bottle with something rattling inside.
What do you have there, Binky?
It's a ship in a bottle. My grandma said it's magic, but I don't believe that stuff.
Can I see it, please?
No, it's pirate treasure.
It's just a toy, Binky.
The craftsmanship is remarkable. How did they get it inside?
Binky, dodging DW, tripped over Pal. The bottle flew, crashed onto Arthur's sandcastle, and shattered. The tiny ship tumbled onto the sand. Everyone stared, stunned. Their perfect day had just taken a wild turn. As the ship landed, green smoke puffed out, smelling of sea and old wood. The toy ship trembled, then grew, bigger and bigger, until it became a towering pirate ship on the sand. Another wave of magic swept over the group, transforming them into pirates. coats, hats, bandanas, and all.
Well, I didn't expect this on my beach day.
Look at me, I'm Pirate Princess DW.
My grandma was right. It really was magic.
The ship's name, the Sea Fiddler, gleamed on its side. A rope ladder dangled, inviting them aboard. With excitement, they climbed up, ready for adventure. On deck, the crew explored. Arthur's dad found a rolled-up note tucked in the railing.
What does it say, Dad?
It's from Dadbeard. He's trapped by a grumpy giant ukulele on Ukulele Island. We must follow the musical map to save him and find treasure.
How do we follow a map made of music?
It's a sonic chart. We play the song and the ship will follow.
Captain Arthur gave the order. Time to set sail for adventure.
Everyone, press the buttons on the mast, just like the map. Each button is a different color and makes a funny sound. Let's see if we can play the secret tune together.
The ship glided smoothly toward Xylophone Island, its sails catching a magical breeze. As they approached, the air shimmered with music. Giant xylophone keys stretched across the shore, and trees with mallet-shaped branches swayed in rhythm. The wind itself seemed to play a melody, filling the crew with excitement and wonder.
I'll go first. I want to try hopping across those giant keys. Wish me luck, everyone.
Francine bravely hopped from key to key, each step playing a bright, cheerful note. As she moved, the keys lit up and connected, forming a magical bridge that stretched across a sparkling stream. The rest of the crew watched in awe as the tune Francine played echoed through the island, inviting everyone to join in the adventure.
Great job, Francine. That was amazing. You made the bridge appear with your music.
Next stop, Ukulele Island, a magical place shaped just like a giant ukulele. The island's sandy beaches formed the body, and tall palm trees made up the strings. The air was filled with the gentle strumming of invisible hands, and the whole island seemed to hum with anticipation. In the very center of the island, the crew spotted Dadbeard, who was tied up right at the ukulele's neck. He looked a little worried, but also hopeful that his friends would find a way to help him.
There he is. He's stuck. We have to help him get free before the next song starts.
The ukulele wants a happy tune to set him free. Maybe if we play or sing something cheerful, the ukulele will let Dadbeard go.
I'm great at being silly. I bet I can make the ukulele laugh with my best jokes and silliest dance moves.
DW stepped up and began telling her favorite knock-knock jokes to the ukulele strings. With each punchline, the strings wiggled and vibrated as if the instrument was giggling along. The whole crew joined in, clapping and laughing, filling the air with joy and music.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Lettuce. Lettuce who? Let us go. He's our friend. Please, ukulele, let Dadbeard go. We promise to play happy songs and tell you more jokes.
The ukulele couldn't help but chuckle at all the silliness and laughter. Its strings loosened, and with a joyful strum, Dadbeard was set free. The crew cheered, grateful for the power of music, laughter, and friendship on their magical adventure.
Now for the treasure. The map says we must pass through the tuba tunnels.
The ship sailed into a giant tuba's bell, echoing with deep musical rumbles.
The tuba likes a steady beat. Stomp your feet.
The crew stomped in rhythm, lighting the way through twisting tunnels.
Left, right, left, right.
Binky, impatient, stomped out of rhythm, causing the tunnel to split into 3 paths.
The tuba loves a steady beat, not too fast, not too slow.
The drum tunnel, that's the way! They steered into the right tunnel and soon saw daylight ahead. The ship emerged into a lagoon with a single island and a huge treasure chest. Binky snuck into a lifeboat, determined to claim the chest for himself.
Hey, where are you going, Binky?
Binky reached the chest, opened it, and suddenly, a giant seashell snapped it up with a loud slurp.
The shell. It ate the treasure chest.
Being a real pirate is about being part of a crew, lad. Let's work together to get our treasure back.
The crew gathered around the giant silent seashell.
Physical force won't work. Maybe it wants a song.
Arthur suggested they make music together.
Tink, tink, tink.
Clash, clash.
Whoosh, whoosh. Bum, 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 bum.
Arthur's dad sang a sea shanty, and Arthur conducted. Their joyful music made the shell wiggle, then open, spitting out the treasure chest. The crew cheered. Their teamwork had saved the day. The crew gathered in a tight circle, their toes digging into the warm sand as they stared at the mysterious chest. Hearts pounding with excitement, they reached out together, each friend placing a hand on the lid. With a deep breath, they lifted it open, holding their breath in anticipation of what magical wonders might be inside. Instead of glittering gold or sparkling jewels, the chest was filled with the most beautiful musical instruments any of them had ever seen. There were shiny tambourines, colorful maracas, a tiny drum, a bright red ukulele, and even a silver harmonica. It wasn't the treasure they expected, but it was a treasure all the same. A treasure that could fill the air with music and joy.
The greatest treasure is the joy of making music together. As soon as we started playing, the whole beach seemed to come alive. The sound of laughter and music echoed across the waves, and for a moment, it felt like the entire island was dancing along with us.
Each friend picked an instrument, some shaking maracas, others strumming the ukulele or tapping the drum. Soon, a joyful melody filled the air, and everyone joined in, singing and laughing. The island was alive with music and happiness, and even the seagulls seemed to swoop and dance above them, drawn by the cheerful sounds. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky with streaks of orange and pink, a mysterious green mist started to swirl around the Sea Fiddler, their magical pirate ship. The mist shimmered in the fading light, swirling and twisting like a ribbon, wrapping the ship in a gentle, magical glow.
Thank you, my wonderful crew. You've shown that the real magic isn't in gold or jewels, but in the music we make and the memories we share. Keep making happy music wherever you go, and remember this adventure always.
As the last notes of their song drifted into the evening air, the green mist gently lifted the ship and carried it away. The Sea Fiddler faded into the distance, becoming just a shadow on the horizon. Suddenly, the friends found themselves back on their familiar beach, the magical instruments still beside them, as if the whole adventure had been a wonderful dream.
I'm sorry I tried to steal the treasure. I thought it would make me happy, but it's so much more fun to share with all of you. I'm really glad we're friends.
The friends gathered around Binky, giving him a big group hug. "It's okay, Binky. We're all friends, and friends always forgive each other," they said, smiling warmly. The adventure had brought them even closer together, teaching them the true meaning of friendship and forgiveness.
Looks like we have a new beach band. Let's play one more song together before we head home. Who knows? Maybe our music will bring even more magic to this beach.
As the gentle waves lapped the shore and the sky turned to twilight, the friends sat together, tired but happy. They knew that this was a day they would never forget. A day of adventure, music, forgiveness, and friendship. And as the stars began to twinkle above, they promised to always stick together, no matter what adventures the future might bring.